Well, the year, Al, is slowly ticking to a close. We are about to close the chapter on perhaps the most uneventful year in The Legend of Zelda in the last 15 years. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, yeah. Because I feel like even after Breath of the Wild came out, we were almost getting something Zelda related once a year, if not
Yeah.
multiple times. And I,
Yep.
I don't think we've gotten anything besides teasers for Tears of the Kingdom.
I think let me try and
Not that I
think
can
this out.
remember well. Yeah.
So the other year that comes to my mind that was just like dead for Zelda was 2015. But I think
Oh,
in
yeah.
2015, did we not get Hyrule Warriors? Wasn't that the year that Hyrule Warriors came out?
2014. So Hyrule Warriors maybe Legends was getting announced or something. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it was September 2014 that we got Hyrule Warriors.
Right. Okay. Well, then we at least had DLC in that year, right? Like
Yeah. Yeah,
something.
I would say, yeah.
Um. Yeah. So they're really like 2015 was definitely a down year for sure.
hmm
But at least there was DLC. I'm just looking right now. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So that was a bad year too, and we did have the crushing announcement that Breath of the Wild was getting delayed.
hmm
So I don't know. I could accept an argument that that year maybe is the worst year, but 20. I mean, there's no argument to be made that 2022 was a bad year in this Legend of Zelda business. There's no doubt there.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like even playing the Zelda series this year hasn't been too well for me, except for like the marathon, which is always a good
Yeah,
time, always a good thing that we do, and that's cool. But like even still, it took me a long time to actually like muster up the motivation to practice my games, and I just haven't felt a lot of Zelda motivation this year. I feel very burned out, and it's not even because there's like an overflux of news, it's because there's nothing. I feel
yeah.
very unmotivated.
It's like we landed on Mars and we're looking for signs of life, and it's like, is that Zelda? Nope, it's just another red cliff over there. Too bad. So yeah, we I think our last opportunity to see Tears of the Kingdom came and went with the passing of the Game Awards this Thursday, which you and I watched.
hmm
And we'll talk about that in depth on this show. But I mean, unless Nintendo just decides to drop a random trailer in from now until the new year, which I don't see that happening, then that was it for the year. And we can
hmm
probably expect to see Tears of the Kingdom in February at the direct
Yeah.
there. And I mean, if they don't show this game in February at a direct, I don't know what to tell you, because it's getting to the point now where it's just like, this is insane. Like, this game comes out in 5 months, and we've seen it combine 5 minutes of footage for this game, and it's very like it's very arrogant. I feel like
hmm
it's very arrogant of Nintendo to just assume that, like, well, Breath of the Wild was this massive hit. It was this massive game. People are just going to buy this. We don't have to put any effort into it. Whatever, whatever. And they're probably right to an extent, but I don't think that they're right enough. Like I said, we did our very first Zelda's percentages show way back when, and the original question in that show was, "Is Tears of the Kingdom going to sell half the copies of Breath of the Wild?" And I am like sticking by that. I think yes. I think with each month that Nintendo is just like, we don't need to market this game. It's okay. I think that arrogance is going to cost them. And Nintendo is a company that has been punished for their hubris before, multiple times, particularly after the success of the Wii, and especially after the success of the SNES. And
hmm
you would think they would learn, but here we are, 2 weeks, 3 weeks before this month has ended, and nothing with their biggest game in years coming out. And I think that that's not like a. I don't think that's hyperbole, right? Like, I think that the sequel to Breath of the Wild is the biggest game they have. Even taking away that you and I are Zelda fans, like, this is the biggest game they have, right? Unless they're doing like a new Mario Kart, a new Smash, a new Animal Crossing, like, this is it.
Yeah, I can't even, I mean, I guess maybe Fire Emblem's coming out
Oh,
soon,
that's
the
not even
new
in the
one.
same league as Zelda.
I'm just
Come
trying
on.
to, what I mean is I'm just trying to think of like what have they told us to look forward to in 2023 besides Tears of the Kingdom? You know?
Well, there is Pikmin 4, which looks... Well, I mean, I can't say it looks good because we haven't seen anything, but I'm pretty excited for Pikmin 4. But yes, I know what you're saying.
I just don't know. I just don't know anymore. It's like, it's kind of weird. I
It's
don't
very
know. I feel like
frustrating.
it's a weird age
Yeah.
we're living in with Nintendo. It's not like we're not really in COVID anymore. We haven't been for a long time. We're I don't know. We're in today's day and age with technology, so it's not hard to market things or talk about things.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Maybe their marketing team is suffering right now. I don't know.
I, I am not sure. I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know what they're doing. I mean, like, say what you will about the Game Awards, and we have a lot to say about the Game Awards, and we're going to get to that in a second. But the Game Awards is an exceptional opportunity to market to the audience that you don't have.
Hmm.
If you
Yeah.
if they put out a Nintendo Direct, guess what? Everyone that subscribes to Nintendo is going to watch that, and everyone that's into Nintendo is going to watch that, and it's going to be awesome and it's going to be fun. But like, lots of people that maybe wouldn't have bought Tears of the Kingdom are watching the Game Awards, and if they see this like really hype trailer, it's just like, imagine if they released that 2017 story trailer for Breath of the Wild at like the Game Awards, like, boom, you would have seen like tons and tons and tons of business. And I mean, like, it did tons and tons of business anyways, but a trailer like that for Tears of the Kingdom, oh man, I don't
Yeah,
know.
and I mean, I like what you said about an audience that you don't have because, the Game Awards is for everything in the gaming industry, not just where we watch, Nintendo specific E3 or Nintendo specific directs. You would have had, the whole gaming industry watching because even though the Game Awards are not that great, we still watch, because we want to see what's going on in the gaming industry. So you would have had that whole audience to see, especially after winning most anticipated game. Like if you're gonna like if you were if it were me and I was nominated for most anticipated game, I would have had a reel ready for why you should anticipate this game and why we are winning this award. You know what I mean?
Right? Like, maybe I don't know. It would have been a good idea to have some kind of trailer. I'm trying to look at the stats right now. So, we were just talking about this. This is the audience that you don't have. And like, for example, there are 1.4 million people that watch IGN stream of the Game Awards, 1.1 million people that watch GameSpot stream of the Game Awards. There is, I can't even find the actual Game Award channel itself. Here we go. 4.7 million people watch the Game Awards stream, and I don't think that a lot of those are like Nintendo fans or Nintendo diehards. Like, this is a good place to be like, hey, we got this Legend of Zelda game coming out. Maybe you should buy a Switch because it has games, and check this out. Now, I will say that Nintendo wasn't the only one that dropped the ball this year. Xbox was like completely absent. They I don't even think they had anything. Like, not a single thing shown, which is disappointing because Xbox is like, or Microsoft has, really made a really good effort to acquire a lot of these studios and get some games going, but they just, I don't know, maybe they're too far off or something, but yeah, there wasn't any Xbox presence whatsoever. Even Nintendo had a bigger presence than they did. So, and that's bad when you're saying that. So,
Yeah. And
I don't
it's like
know.
it's kind of sad because I feel like the Game Awards would be enhanced by people who are like, because we were talking about this before the Game Awards came on, is like Nintendo doesn't really care about the Game Awards, but maybe they should, and it might enhance the show for one
Yeah.
thing. For other people, you get more people watching it, but you have just so many people watching it already because even though it's just not the greatest show ever, we all want to know what's going on, and they're going to tell us what's going on. So why not be a part of that? Why not amplify that event and be a part of it? I don't understand, really.
I agree. Like, I don't know what to say. I don't know. This is the most bizarre, frustrating, arrogant release hype train window to a big game that I may have ever seen in my life. Honestly. Hey everyone! If you enjoyed this clip and want to see more of the Zelda Cast, make sure to head over to your favorite podcast platform of choice and subscribe There are over 200 episodes in the vault that will provide you with hundreds of hours of Zelda content for you to enjoy. You can listen to us when you're on a walk, fighting Ganon, trying to sleep, whatever. And if you want to see these shows as they happen, make sure to head over to twitch.tv/the Zelda Cast, where you can watch our beautiful faces talk about Zelda every single week. Don't miss out, and we'll see you next time.